tallest building in the United States is One World Trade Center in New York City, but that might be changing very, very soon. With news coming out of Oklahoma City for a new skyscraper that, if built, would be the new tallest building in the United States and the entire Western Hemisphere. This is the Legends Tower, and as of now, it only exists in drawings and renderings. But make no mistake, plans are moving forward on this project quickly, so it's very possible this thing actually gets built. But me, I'm an impatient guy. I don't want to wait for it to get built to see it, so I'm going to build it in Minecraft, using only the renderings and blueprints that currently exist. So grab your box of chips, let's get right into it. And we're getting started with a nice little road layout going around this area, and this actual giant complex that we're building, let me tell you guys, this is a shopping mall. There are some hotels, and then obviously in the giant skyscraper itself that we're going to be getting towards the end of the video, there's offices in there, there are apartments in there. At the top there's like penthouses. So yeah, this whole area has really everything. And I want to say right off the bat, the actual probability of this building getting built in real life, I don't want to say it's super high. I think I'm just getting the inking feeling. I'm getting a little inkling that the concept of this building was put forward to generate hype around potentially being the tallest building in the United States and the Western Hemisphere. And I think if I had to make an honest prediction, I would say that this skyscraper does not get built to its full height. I'm gonna be honest, I would not be surprised if it did, because like I said in the intro, I believe it has all funding already. It's been approved to be built, but the only thing that I don't know about is the space to fill the building. I don't know. That's a lot of office space to fill the building. I don't know if there's enough people to buy up the floors that would fill this building if it were to get built. So I don't know if they're actually going to build this thing. I think if I had to make my honest guess, like I said, I think they build this area that I'm building right now, which is a shopping mall area. I do think they're gonna actually end up building this that I'm currently building, and this does look pretty cool, by the way. This is like we got some screens and stuff going all around here, and we got nice big glass walls, and we have some, shops and walking areas and big bushes. You love to see it. But I do think they are gonna end up building this in real life. But the actual skyscraper is supposed to be in a second phase after they build the shopping mall and the smaller sort of towers, the first of which I'm actually going to start building here right now. So I think this is all going to get built right here, but I think the skyscraper itself is either going to be canceled or made not as tall as it is right now, like cut in half, the height cut in half. I wouldn't be surprised if it did get built to the full height, but a lot of talk online is the internet seems to agree that there's no way that this skyscraper actually gets built. Again, I'm not married to that. I would not be surprised at all if this skyscraper got built, but I also wouldn't be surprised if it got canceled or the scope of it got taken way back. So I just want to put that out there right away. This is a concept as of now. The groundbreaking is supposed to be happening this year, very soon, as of 2025. It's supposed to be happening in 2025, so we will figure out news on this very shortly. So this is some news that I'm definitely going to be keeping up on. But anyways, enough with the speculation about this thing even existing in real life. I want to talk about the actual build itself. So while I was yapping, I built one of these buildings right here. And I'm assuming this is a hotel because it has the Dream logo, and Dream is a hotel chain. I believe it's owned by Hyatt. I do know that Dream has a hotel being built in Las Vegas right now. But other than that, I don't know if they have very many locations. So if it got built right here, right next to the new tallest building in America, that would be pretty cool for the Dream hotel chain. But yeah, then there's this building right here, which I have no idea what's in there. It might be just an extension of the Dream Hotel. or it could just be, you know, more office space and stuff like that. And then we have another building back here. Again, same story. I don't know what goes in there. It could be another hotel section. I didn't look deep into the blueprints. I do believe the blueprints showed what each building was for. I didn't look into that though, so I don't know 100% for sure. But now we're coming into the area in between all the buildings here, and this is like a little shopping center here. I guess I can put on some overlays of the blueprints and the renderings. There weren't very many renderings to go off of, but I will show, I guess, what it's supposed to look like from the renderings versus what I'm building right now. So this is one of the renderings here that shows this little shopping area section kind of cut out in between the two, or I guess the three buildings here. And you got some, you know, screens going everywhere, a bunch of glass. This is a very modern campus, this whole area here. We have a nice little bridge here going over this opening here, and then in the center you're going to see in a few moments we're going to be adding a sort of a fountain, a water feature with some fountains coming out of it. It looks pretty cute in the end. I like the way that this whole area turned out, especially with the screens kind of adding a little, you know, a little extra oomph, a little brightness that kind of makes this area pop a little bit. I do wish there was some more foliage in this little area back here, but there was not foliage in the renderings in this little shopping area, unfortunately. There are trees and bushes and stuff on the rooftops, but not in this little area specifically, and it made me a little sad because it looks a little gray and a little dull in here, if I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. And I didn't want to leave it like that, but the renderings showed it, so I mean, I'm not going to go off, I'm not going to deviate from what the renderings show. So this is what they get. This is what they get. This is the real life look at what this place is going to look like. Gray and gloomy and sad. Which, I mean, it's not going to look bad in real life. I think it's going to look super cool. And another one thing I want to say about the renderings is that when I was looking closely at the renderings, because obviously I was studying the renderings pretty heavy to get this build done, the renderings don't even line up with each other perfectly. Some have details that the other renders don't have, so I did have to make like some small little adjustments here and there. So not everything is 100% accurate to each individual rendering, which, I mean, I'm sure you guys don't care, but I care. So I don't know why they had multiple different renderings. I feel like they should have just used one rendering to get their photos. I don't know why they didn't do that or why they changed things up here and there, but you know, I'm not the architect, so I'm not going to question them anymore. But anyways, back to this build. I'm just detailing the screens here a little bit, adding a little oomph, like I said before, a little bit of color here, beautifying the area, and then getting some bushes up here, up on the rooftop, like I said before. We got a bunch of beautiful trees here and there everywhere, and it all looks super pretty. And I do believe we're going to get started on the actual, yep, here we go, we're getting started on the thing that you all are here for, the big skyscraper, the Legends Tower itself. This thing is a monster. I did have to use the Shattered World Limits mod to get this thing into the Minecraft world because it doesn't fit into the regular world. This is 580-ish blocks tall, I believe. So this is one of the tallest builds I've ever made. It actually might be second place, just behind the Burj Khalifa. So this is a very, very tall build, and you can see me getting the basic setup, the basic shape of it done here. It's not a perfect, you know, it's not perfectly uniform going up. It kind of goes in a little bit, so I had to account for that. And then I'm adding the little details on the walls so it doesn't just look like an empty shell of a building. So we got some floors here and some little wall details you can't really see from far away, but close up you can see them a little bit. And then we're coming to the tippity top here and adding in the spire, and it also has this little cute little indentation detail thing here. So there is that bad boy, and just like that, the building went up pretty fast. The whole campus is more or less done, and look at that. We're gonna get the spire up here, and you're gonna see the finished Legends Tower. And before we go into some cinematics, guys, I would like to show you this comparison right here of the building, and I am going to put in a side-by-side of the One World Trade Center in New York City, and you can see the actual height comparison here. And I'm also going to include the Willis Tower, the Sears Tower in Chicago, so you can actually see the height comparison for these buildings. The One World Trade Center to the top of the spire is the tallest building in the Western Hemisphere. The Sears Tower is one of the tallest buildings in the Western Hemisphere by roof height, but the Legends Tower would surpass both of those in both categories, as you can see. So I thought that would be a cool thing to show you guys, to give a nice little visual to see just how tall this building would be if it got actually built. But that is going to do it for this video. This is a fun video to do, building something that doesn't yet exist, only exists in blueprints, and you can see how this building is just towering over this super flat world, which is more or less what Oklahoma City is. So I am really interested to see if this thing actually gets built. Let me know in the comments if you think this is actually going to get built. I am interested to see what you guys think. But that's gonna do it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Stay tuned for the next video on my channel, guys. Have a great day, and until then, goodbye! And let me give a quick thank you to all of my patrons. Thank you so much for supporting me. You guys are the best. And a big thank you to my $10 supporters, Linda Figler, Chandler Hadley, Justin Kim, Voe, and Walker Army. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day, and goodbye.